Okay, here we go. So this is just extra. Got it off of AliExpress. Don't know if I need it. I really don't think I do, but I've got it. Meh. Yeah. Okay. Got this at a box store. It's just a pretty heavy duty servo. I don't know what the torque specs are on this, but I have a potential use for it. And of course, some T60 T60 connectors. And I believe I may need some of these in this project or the HSO2 soldering iron project. I'm not sure, but I got them. Options. So, oh, yes. You know, I don't believe I did a review on this, or it was probably in a unboxing video that never got posted. Because, I mean, nobody was really watching the unboxing videos, so I kind of quit doing them. But if you'll notice this right here, XT60, so that would be the male and female. Then T, I don't know, 90, and I guess that would be the male and female. Mini T, and so I believe these are just the little small T connectors for the different battery hookups. So you would take this and put it in here, clamp this, and this whole aluminum frame would act as a heat sink to allow you to solder these connections without melting the plastic. And I guess these just give you wire dimensions potentially. I don't know what that part's for. But this right here is basically a giant heat sink to allow you to easily solder the T60 and 90 and the regular T connectors. So will come in handy because I'm pretty sure we're going to be doing some of that. So let's get this stuff out and kind of take a better look at it before we get started just putting it all together. And I believe the assembly is probably going to be maybe, I'm going to eat these words, but the simplest part of this project. Okay, so we're going to go over the different parts. Now this, of course, we now know. I think when I did the original video on this kit, I said I didn't know what this was, but this is for your battery to, of course, alarm and keep track of the voltage level and the power remaining in the battery so you don't deplete it or run it down too far. Let's get the propellers out of the way because we kind of know what that is. And these are the landing gear. And this is kind of an instruction. We'll grab this in just a moment. And this is a strap that's going to go on the frame to kind of strap the battery in place. And these are 30 amp. And of course, like I said, I bought a extra, like for little of nothing, on eBay. No, it was AliExpress. It's like a free gift or something, or like a couple of bucks. So I said, okay, I'll get it. Who knows? But it's a 40 amp. These are 30 amp. So I have one. And what these do is these are the power connectors. So the battery will tie into this setup, and each of these will be connected into the battery setup and connected into the motors. And so these are kind of a in between. These supply power to the motors And here's the directional control for these motors. So these motors are more like maybe servo or stepper style motors, and these are the drivers for each one of the motors. So you got 1, 2, 3, and I'm 4. So we have the 4 for each one of the motors. We'll set that off to the side. And of course, we're not going to need the controller or the flight controller just yet. This is going to be later on down the road. There's going to be some configurations and stuff. I have watched a few videos on these and how you hook different things up, and we'll get to that. That could potentially be a series of bad words. Yeah, right. Okay. You know something? I didn't say a word to you. Alexa, don't speak unless spoken to.
Thank you. Your feedback will help improve the experience.
She gets smarty aleck sometimes. Okay, so this is the main power connector. So this is what will tie into the board and supply power to the whole project, but to the individual motors. And then this cord is an offshoot from this that will actually go and supply power to the controller board that I just set off to the side. So may need that in a minute. This is the GPS antenna setup, which we're not going to need just yet. So we're going to set that off to the side. This is kind of an add-on that goes to the controller, the handheld controller that I've got. This is also the GPS antenna, so we're going to set this off to the side to allow you to mount your phone for a visual. But I have a FPV goggle, Iachan or something. It's well, not goggle. It's a big honking thing that sits on your face. Takes up a lot of room and probably makes you look like a duck. So I have that. But that's what this would do, or maybe attaching a lanyard to the controller that you'll hold out here in front of you. So this is, we're going to set off to the side. And hold on that. This is the, yeah, this is the power drop. So, and this is my idea, which that feels like it's got a lot of torque, but if I don't like this motor a whole lot, then it's going to be this one. And I'm kind of thinking it's probably going to be this one. So this is a whole process that we will add on to after the fact. And so that gets that bag out of the way. And so now we are left with motors. And let's just kind of set these out. Now, I notice that we have alternating, let me just put all the screws in here for now. That we have alternating colors. So what I would assume for a visual, you will end up with the red legs facing one way, the white legs facing the other way for a visual of the front and rear of the drone. And then I guess you can alternate these different color spindle caps however you should decide that you may want to do that. So these motors, I believe when I did the original review, which Oh yeah, that feels nice. It really does. When I did the original review, it was like, okay, I don't know what these motors are. They're 2210s, or that's what the original kit was set up as. And I don't remember if I upgraded any of the parts or if I did not. That I'm not 100% sure on. But these should be 2210s. So, but we'll find out. Then let's get this little bit of hardware here open because I'm not sure. I thought I had bought a camera gimbal, and I believe that is what I just opened up. So I don't. Yeah, see, here's the two servos that will attach to the camera gimbal and allow for a movement there. And I'm going to have to get a FPV camera to mount to this. Because my original thoughts was possibly to use a GoPro or maybe something like this movie camera, this K2 here, potentially attaching it maybe to the gimbal. I'm not sure. I don't know if there's like an intermediate connection that I can use, but I definitely want to use the FPV goggles. Your time is very important to me, and I thank you for spending it here with me. Thanks, and God bless.